Moving on to one of the games of the week. I think this is going to be the game of the week, guys. This is going to be a heck of a fun game, okay? Now, the Bills have a spotty defense, but so do the Patriots. At times, they look great, and at times, they look bad, exactly the same way as this Bills defense looks as well. Now, when we look at their offense, both teams have had some suspect losses here, but both guys have the ability to put the cape on. They're willing to do everything in their power to kind of bring the win home. So I think this is going to be one of those games where it's just going to be a high-scoring slobber knocker, guys. I think we're going to see video game numbers from both the Patriots offense and the Bills offense, right? Now, it's going to come down to these second-half situations, okay? Now, this is where the Patriots scare me a little bit here because like I was saying a couple of weeks ago, I was like, I'm excited for this team. I picked this team to be one of the teams that's going to turn some massive heads this season, but I said it's all fine and dandy in the start of the season, in the middle of the season, but once playoff-like games start to happen, there are going to be situations where they're going to get punched in the mouth and they're just not going to have that experience. Now, does that mean that Drake May doesn't have that willpower, that drive to win, to overcome, despite all odds? Absolutely, he does. We know Josh Allen has that as well. But the difference is that the Bills have gone through those heartbreaks in the last couple of years, okay? They've been put in situations, whether it's late in the season or in the playoffs, where they just make a boneheaded decision or they get beat. And I think that's what's going to lead to the slight edge to the Bills here. I think this is definitely one of those games. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots won this. I would not be surprised if the Bills won this. I just don't think it's going to be a massive blowout for either team. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I wouldn't be surprised if both teams put 50 up on this Sunday, okay? It might just be 54-50. I don't know, but I am going to have to pick Josh Allen and the Bills. I think that little bit of experience, and maybe that fire that's lit under their butt after being beat by them at home in an embarrassing loss earlier in the season, might be the thing that happens. Now, there's a thing that the phenomenon that I don't really see too many people talking about when it comes to mainstream sports, where it's very difficult to beat a team 3 times in a row. So 2 times in the same division, and then if you face them in the playoffs, right? If this goes the way that it's gone, historically, usually teams split here. And as a result, in the playoffs, usually the underdog, the team that was, in this case, the Patriots, tend to come on top in the playoffs. So this might be a blessing in disguise for these Patriots. Maybe a loss here might, put a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, might humble themselves a little bit and maybe work a little bit harder so that they don't let that happen again in the playoffs. And when their opportunity comes, they're going to take it. So I'm going to call it. I'm going to call the Bills over the Patriots.